very often use elaborate props, or they will do grand illusions. I don't do grand illusions. Usually those are the ones with the boxes and then the pretty women next to them. Yeah, my wife won't let me have the assistant. So instead, I use optical illusions, and I find these a little bit easier. And I'm going to need somebody who I can have access to over here. I'm sorry, your first name is? Say it again.
Andrea.
Andrea. That's what I heard. Andrea, in a moment. Now, Andrea, we are going to try something, if you wouldn't mind. I am going to ask you if you'd be kind enough to come and select one of these. May I ask you to do that, please? Yeah, it's easier than my bringing the table to you. Pull one out. It really doesn't matter. Pull one out. Perfect. Pull it all the way out. And it doesn't matter that I see it. Take it out. And Andrea, here's what we're going to do with this. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to ask you to turn this over. We're going to write your name on the card to authenticate it. That, you know, that's a picture card. You know what? If you wouldn't mind, just your first name. And just on the first line there, just like you're signing a check. I have a blank check if you'd like to reverse it. They never take me up on that, I tell you. But, good. Oh, thank you very much. And we'll let you take a seat over there. So we have Andrea. Now, the reason we do this is we're going to create an optical illusion here. So we have the King of Hearts over here. And to do this, you know, usually they put the woman in the box, they saw her in half. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put creases into the card. Now this is going to allow me to create a visual optical illusion with you. What it does allow me to do is to pretend like I'm going to tear the card, like I'm sawing it in half. I'm not really going to be able to tear it, I wouldn't be able to put it back. But it is a visual optical illusion. So with folds in it, you'll see that it looks like I'm tearing the card. It'll sound like I'm tearing the card, but you know for a fact that I'm not really tearing. Okay, you can tell that I'm really tearing it. Some things you can't fool people with. So what we'll do, in fact, we'll do this twice, giving us 4 pieces, quarters, if math serves correct. And now the fun part comes in putting them back together one piece at a time. So I'm going to do this nice and slowly. And you know what? I'm going to kind of frame it right here so we're able to see this. So we'll start with these. Pretty darn sturdy from there. What do you think? We'll try for piece number 3. So we have 1 and 2. This one we balance on the edge. How's it look from the cheap seat? So I mean, from the pretty good. Last piece is the toughest. For the obvious reason, it has 2 torn pieces to it. But you can see, right? This really is the piece that fits here, right? That's not an optical illusion. Can you guys see that even in the back, right? So that's the first thing I want you to notice. Number 2, I want you to notice that this is your signature over here, right? That hasn't gone out of sight, nor will it. So we're going to try one last piece. Here's one. Here's and I want you to check this. Take a look. Is there any tape or any glue on that? Take a look. Is that okay? Good?
Yeah.
That's not one of those tricky magician's cards you get at the tricky magician's store? Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind attention.